So as our first time being together again, just wanted to kind of talk about some things that we've talked about in the past. I felt very passionate about what I was saying, but I didn't know how soon things would come to pass where we didn't have the right that we had before. And that was, it says in the Word that we're not to forsake the assembling of ourselves together. And many times through the years I've spoken, it's come out of my mouth because I've felt it so intensely that the privilege and the right to be able to come together, a lot of people in the earth don't have that. They can't sing at the top of their lungs because they may be found out. Well, who would have ever thought that March, we would not be able to do this? Just like that, in a twinkling of an eye almost, we were not allowed to assemble together. One of the things that I feel that, I'm sure you feel this way too, is all the past rights and privileges that we had that we actually took for granted. Be honest, you have, because we didn't know anything any different. We did not know anything any different than what we live in. Many times when I would go to third world countries, I would have people talk to me as if I was some snooty, snotty somebody that had lots of money. And I would look at them and I go, why do you think that? Because America is greedy. America is full of whatever they want. They're full of themselves, and you're from America. And I don't think I'm like that. I really didn't think I was like that. For the most part, I don't think I was, truly. But the world saw a different picture because of the things that's put out on the media, through TV or whatever. And so they saw a different picture. And so they thought that I was against having children. They thought I was against being married. They thought I was against, maybe living, simply. And I had to tell this particular person I was talking to, which was a female, that was not the case. I actually had 6 children that I birthed, a total of 9. And that I did want to live simply, and that I love God with all my heart. I love my husband more than I could say. And she was taken aback. What? And I said, see, you stereotype just like everybody else does. But in third world countries, they have to live like we've been living every day. We couldn't get toilet paper. Who would have thought toilet paper was going to be the top of the list of things that you cannot get? I didn't see that coming. Bread, sugar, and milk. Those sandwiches they make for hurricanes and stuff. That's what I think, what do you do with all that? That I could see. But we couldn't foretell, or no one told us that the kind of thing that we were going to go through. If you did get to the store, you went down the aisles and you saw lots of empty shelves. Probably unheard of for I don't know how many years. I remember back in the 70s, we had a gas crisis, and you had lineups there, and you could only get so much gas. I remember that and thinking it cramped my style as a teenager. We couldn't go scoop the loop in town. No, you did not. You walked the loop in town because we couldn't get the gas. But who would have thought that of the very simplest of pleasure, what I think is being to assemble together. Now, just because this is over, it may not be over. Everything, come on. Does anybody know really anything? No, but God does. So we should really stop, and we sang songs, counting our blessings. Our blessings have been that we have lived in an America up until this point, that was somewhat pretty free. It was free. What I mean by free is you could go where you wanted, you could go to the States, you could go anywhere, you could travel to countries, you could do all these things. Now we no longer can do all that. So, with that being said, are you content with God? Are you content? Now, I'm not saying satisfied, because I'm not satisfied that freedoms are taken away. I'm not satisfied. I will vote, I will pray, and I will do all the things that I am able to do with fervency. Fervency. Are you guys praying at 9 o'clock at night still? I have to admit, the days have run together and I don't know when I'm praying because it's pretty much all the time. So if I'm doing something at that 9 o'clock, I said, Father, I've been talking to you all day. I think we're good, okay? But my point is are you praying? We have a terrible thing happening. I couldn't believe it in Atlanta. Then sleeping down to Griffin because of this horrific thing that happened where someone was killed and it was injustice. And people are mobbing. In America, mobbing, going into the Target stores and stealing and looting and rioting. Then I found out they're really not even from Atlanta. They just kind of came there. They kind of just keep moving through and create mobs. Are you praying? Are you praying fervently that our town will remain safe? That God will speak to these people? Because what we're looking at is our nation is going down the sloping slide here. This is the time for the church to rise up and pray like never before. Never before. God bless America.